Hello, welcome to episode 138 of Ring Takes here. Are you tired of the booking of WWE heading into WrestleMania with only one match booked? Lots of things that we don't like, lots of things that's not happening, so we're going to fix that for you guys. We're actually going to give you guys booking ideas for WrestleMania 42 going into each match, each title picture, grudge matches, or what's for. We're going to be tackling those as well as getting into SmackDown and past Raw as we head into the Elimination Chamber, but stay tuned. All right, welcome to episode 138 of Ring Takes here. Of course, I'm Daniel, joined by Brian and Lewis. As always, thank you guys for showing up and continue to rock this out as we continue on our road to WrestleMania. Of course, we got Elimination Chamber, which we're going to get into once we talk about Raw and SmackDown. But we're going to be giving you guys, the fans, booking ideas for WrestleMania 42 as we only have one match booked. We know Liv Morgan is going to WrestleMania. We know Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania. But everything else is up in the air. So we're going to give you some booking ideas for that heading into the showcase of the Immortals. But first, let's get into this week's past SmackDown, where we have some chamber participants that have been have qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Starting off with Cody Rhodes, defeating Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn in the triple threat to see who qualifies. Cody Rhodes picking up the win after Drew McIntyre tried to give the contest to Sami Zayn. What did you guys think about those events that's transpiring and Cody Rhodes entering the Elimination Chamber?
Oh, I lost Brian.
Lost Brian. Perfect. But go ahead, Lewis.
Makes sense. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot going on right now because it's like that match was pretty stacked with him. What was it? Him, Jacob, and Sammy. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, obviously you can't have Mania without Cody. Him being in the chamber, I don't know. I don't see him winning. I don't really want to see him win, but that's just me wanting, always saying wanting something new, or another story being highlighted. But
Yep.
I mean, makes sense. I mean, great match. Drew just obviously intensifying the heat between him and Cody and doing whatever he can to make sure he stays out. So
Yeah, I really liked the matchup between these three. It was kind of a pick'em match to me because you could have had anybody of these guys win this match and basically setting up another feud or whatever the case may be.
yeah,
I thought it was very interesting going into the match how Drew McIntyre was kind of pulling for Sami Zayn and actually trying to help him win the match. I thought that was a good touch on the match and just Drew McIntyre is killing it in this role as a heel and getting that over. And just being a thorn in Cody Rhodes' side, or at least trying to be. He fell short on this one, but to have Cody Rhodes advancing, it was the right choice. I feel like people
yeah,
kind of don't want Cody in this position. Some people don't want him in there, but overall, I think it was the right pick to pick him. Him overcoming, getting Claymored by Drew, and then Sammy trying to pin him and stuff like. I'm like. I don't know how much. I didn't know if all of that was needed, but him picking up the win, I think, was the right
yeah.
choice. But yeah,
So first off, apologies for dropping off.
yep,
I got that situation all taken care of now, so I'm good. So I'm assuming you guys are talking about the triple threat main event from SmackDown.
Yeah.
To echo your points, Daniel, like you kind of knew that with Cody still being referred to as the top babyface, that going with him probably was the best the best decision. It was a great main event. Saying that Cody overcoming the Claymore, from Sammy's perspective, I think it helped him from that perspective. For him to immediately go for the pin and such, like you can definitely see that we are getting to a point right now with Sami Zayn where I think they're starting a story with him where I think he's going to reach his breaking point where he's not where he's not going to be this baby face anymore, where he's going to realize that doing the right thing necessarily has not gotten him success lately. I think we might start to see a little bit of an edge with Sami Zayn now, because you can see when he went for that pin, like in my mind, I saw desperation, from losing losing against Drew McIntyre, and at the end when he lost. I mean, they had that camera shot of Cody on top of the ropes, and then Sammy just standing there in the corner, just watching him, and you could just tell that, like, okay, they might be finally looking at Sami Zayn and saying that, okay, all this I'm going to be a world champion story, which has been going on for damn near 3 years now. It's like okay, now something needs to, if he's going to be world champion, something needs to change within his character, because this happy-go-lucky Sami Zayn isn't going to win a world title. And I think we're finally starting to see the seeds being planted for that. But Cody was the right choice. Me personally, I really hope we're not going to end up with just Cody and Drew one-on-one again. I feel like with the 3 stages of hell match that they had a couple of months ago, I mean, realistically, where do you go from that? I mean, is it just going to be a regular one-on-one match for the title? They have to figure out a way to factor in Jacob Fatu into this. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you could have both of them be the last 2 in the chamber, and then somehow Cody wins. Maybe by uncharacteristic ways, to which Jacob is just like, Cody, you didn't beat me, you had to do this, and then maybe they have another match or something. Somehow Jacob Fatu has to factor into this match, because I don't want to see Drew and Cody one-on-one again.
I mean, why not? Why is everyone so down on that match?
Because we've seen it so many times. I mean, and it's not
How many times? How many times have we seen it?
Okay, so it was they did it at WrestlePalooza. I think they did it at another Saturday Night's Main Event. There was another PLE. The matches happened at least the matches felt like it's happened.
It's been like 3 times. It's been like 3 times, 4 times.
4 times. Like,
I'm not against it.
Stop it. How many times has Drew gone after the title?
Okay, well, the one thing I've been talking about heading into WrestleMania is story. Who else has a story against Drew McIntyre?
I mean, yeah, Cody has the story, but I'm just saying, like, they need to spark it up, because remember that their first match to start off the program at WrestlePalooza wasn't received too well, and like, you can honestly make the case that the best match that they had was the 3 stages of the hell match.
Yes, I agree with that.
Prior that weren't as great, so it almost makes it seem like
it takes time, guys.
But it makes it seem like if the match doesn't have like some sort of like serious stipulation, that it might not be as good. So
do a last man standing match.
Yeah, but that Street Stages of Hell was kind of like the end all of that match.
That's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah.
Well, last man standing match or something like that.
Okay, this is the finality of the feud. Hey.
But I don't know, because it's like everyone's been saying they don't want that match to happen. I'm like, what else? What are the other options? Like, I can't think. Like, Sami Zayn. Okay, I'm just going to say this again. Drew McIntyre looked that man in his eyes and did this. And kicked him out of Saudi Arabia. Like, that shouldn't happen. That match should not happen. And especially with the way that it ended, where he tried to help him and he ended up losing. I don't know. Like, Jacob Fatu is a fresh face, so we can say. Maybe we can finally figure out who attacked Jacob Fatu in that sense, because we still haven't heard that or got a story of that or figured that out.
I was just thinking, because Jacob was in that triple threat. Obviously, he's not going to be in the chamber. I think I came up with the idea of them both being in the chamber. But if it ends up being just Cody and there is no Jacob, then it does look like this is just tailor made for Cody to just come out on top again. And
I mean, let's go.
Who's Cody in the chamber right now? It's just him and Cody right now, right?
No, so it's Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, and Javon Evans, who we'll talk about when we get into the Raw. So there's 2 more spots to be determined. Those 2 matches are Carmelo Hayes, Damian Priest, and Trick Williams in one triple threat. And then the other one on Raw between Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and the original El Grande Americano, who I'm going to say right now is not winning. It's not winning.
No, he needs to win.
So
there
was a report, and I hate to bring this up and kind of like bring down the mood here, but there was a report that apparently Brock Lesnar is scheduled to appear at Elimination Chamber. And the speculation is they're gonna book him similar to how they booked Edge in the Elimination Chamber. Remember when Edge took out Kofi Kingston and then took his spot in the Chamber all those years ago? The
Yep.
report pretty much is saying that Brock is gonna appear to do something similar of that nature, take somebody out and then take their spot in the Chamber. I don't like that.
You guys, hey, this is, I'm just going to say this. This is your guys' fault. You guys don't want Cody and Drew, so you're going to get Drew and Brock Lesnar. Just gonna...
I'd rather see that.
Yes, it has. Yes, we have. He kicked him out. I thought he kicked him out the Royal Rumble.
I said I'd rather see that.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's just a rumor, but I can only hope that they don't go in that direction, because we really don't need to see Brock again until his build to the build to whatever he's planning on doing at WrestleMania. I mean,
see, I'm hoping they do Gunther and Brock for WrestleMania. I mean, obviously we'll get into our
we'll get into
that's what I'm leaning with that.
Yeah, but
I just don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with the chamber and stuff like that, and who's gonna come out of that. It looks like it's Cody Rhodes, or maybe something. I don't know, because it's like everyone's been tossing that triple threat around between Jacob, Drew, and Cody just to shake things up and add something new to the Cody and Drew dynamic.
Yeah.
But it's like there's only one winner in the chamber. So unless Jacob forces his way into the triple and make it a triple threat or something like that, I don't know. But let's keep moving on with SmackDown here. Go ahead.
I said they could do an angle right there where, like, they could do an angle right there where Jacob is just going after Cody nonstop, and he's like, put him in the match, and then you could see that.
Yeah, I can see something of him forcing his way or antagonizing. Again, there's a big hole in this story with not knowing who attacked him, and where everyone's guessing it's either Drew or Cody, and it's like, why hasn't he revealed that? And he's been on TV, back on TV for a month now. I don't understand that, why that's just open-ended and that's just gone all of a sudden. I don't understand that. But let's keep moving on.
Footage.
No one has the video footage, TMZ. Nobody has it. But let's keep moving on here. We finally had a title defense from Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill defending the WWE Women's Championship against Jordynne Grace. For some reason or the other, I'm going to get into my Liv Morgan rant when we go to the Raw side of things, but the Judgment Day were out there. Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan were ringside. What did you guys think about this match? Because the reaction to this match was kind of... People were confused as to why Jade Cargill picked up the win in such a easy fashion. But what did you guys think?
I don't think it was easy per se. I mean, from what I saw, that was a good back and forth match. I mean, to have because we talked about this on Wrestling Spotlight. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago about the idea of Jordynne Grace being fast tracked, but yet for fans like us, she's right where she needs to be. And that match to me kind of showed that. I mean, when you see like both of their body types and both of them being muscular women, you probably were thinking that the match was going to probably move at a slower pace. But it was very good. I mean, I thought it was a great showing for Jordynne Grace. Now that she's moved on to the main roster, you kind of knew that Jade was going to come out on top. I mean, the only complaint that we just had about Jade is just the fact that she wasn't they didn't book her in a title defense.
She has more pictures and photo shoots than title defenses.
And, it's funny, when you watch WWE Unreal and you hear like guys in creative comment on somebody like Chelsea Green, like when they were talking about her, possibly retaining the women's United States title, they started talking about, well, she has to feud with these people, and she can't feud with these people because these people have to beat her. So then you look at Jade Cargill in that sense, and then you're like, okay, who are these other women besides besides Meat Chin and B-Fab that she injured before you had the quote unquote fast track Jordynne Grace? You could have had somebody at least one or two title defenses before then, but the the match between those two was very good. Jordan Grace is in a great position right now. It's very curious to see what they're going to do moving forward. Some have speculated to say that okay, you might as well just have her feud with Julia over the women's United States title. I don't think that's a good idea because both of those women are kind of in a spot right now where they kind of both have. Jordan Grace has to keep ascending, and Julia just needs, at this point, we need something for her so she can finally get that fan reaction, because it's still crickets when she comes out to the ring. So that's the speculation, but I thought it was a good match between Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, they're not doing Julia any favors right now.
Yeah.
As for the match, I thought it was a good match between two powerhouses. It was short, in my opinion. I wish they would have gotten a little bit more time to kind of go back and forth. But Jade picking up the win, I'm fine with that. It's the right decision. Jordan Grace is a good challenger for her. It's a good way to get her these reps, so at least the main audience can kind of get to know her a little bit more. I'm interested because Jade did have a backstage segment with Rio, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley, kind of saying, hey, I'm the champion around here and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that's just kind of planting seeds, or are they kind of continuing to keep you guessing as to what direction they're going to go with, especially with the Elimination Chamber and Liv Morgan not making her pick as yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that as well. But I thought it was a good match. Finally, Jade getting in the ring, which I felt like they should have been doing, even if it was against lesser opponents. I don't know why they didn't call up jobbers or NXT people to go battle her and at least get those ring reps. So it's like I'm still dominant, still kicking ass until I get the right challenger, and then they can kind of build that person up. But I guess with the state of injuries and stuff like that, I guess it's crazy because Meacham's hurt, B-Fab's hurt, who was getting some reps there for a little bit. And then Chelsea Green breaks her ankle, and it's like, what? So now that's even off the table. Even though I wouldn't have liked Chelsea Green Jade feud, I just don't think that's the right way to go right now. But it's just like all these women are just hurt. Jada Parker just got hurt as well, so it's like, goddamn.
No.
Just not very, very, very fun. Hold on, let me see what I'm doing here. Okay, but yeah, just that whole aspect of that match, I'm just like, I'm glad that happened. I don't like the Judgment Day being out there and stuff like that, even though I know they're trying to keep the idea of Liv Morgan versus Jade possibility, but I just don't see it. Let's keep moving on. Trick Williams. He's a star. Is it at the expense of Sami Zayn and Rey Fenix? Absolutely. But what did you guys think about Trick Williams on SmackDown laying a scathing promo on Sami Zayn and then defeating Rey Fenix afterwards?
Man, I mean,
Mm-hmm. Did we lose Brian again, or we might have lost Brian again? Okay.
I don't know.
But your thoughts, Lewis, on about Trick Williams on SmackDown?
Trick's looking like a superstar. He's just out doing what he's got to do right now. I think his promo work is improving more than I thought in the past. I think that was also something that he lacked, but I think he's doing great right now. And yeah, I mean, he's looking great in the ring as well against these other guys, and he's playing the part.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing what he's got to do, you know?
I think he's hitting on all cylinders. All the stuff that he said about Sami Zayn, about smelling like 10 pounds of bounce that ass, and the way he dresses and everything. I don't know.
Yep.
If there's going to be a feud between these two, Sami Zayn has to use that loss from the triple threat and just use everything he has on Trick Williams and just go ballistic. Like, I'm tired of being looked at as a joke, as a loser. You're not going to come here and do it. Like, no, this is it. that should be the fire lit underneath Sami Zayn, and maybe the last babyface fire that he gets. Because at this point, it's like he needs something to make him believable again, and just not thinking him as a bridesmaid always.
Yeah.
But Trick Williams beating Ray Phoenix, I think this is like the third time or second time that he's beaten him. I don't know why they keep doing that matchup.
Yeah, I've had a few.
I'm like, is there no one else that he can? This is not going to be the best of 7, obviously. They're not going to give Ray Phoenix a win over Trick Williams at this point, unless Sami Zayn cost Trick Williams somehow. I just don't see it going forward like that. But a good match. Ray Phoenix is good hand. I wish they would just put him with his brother, who's doing some big things on Raw. Hopefully that opens up some things. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, just the delivery of Trick Williams, everything is hitting. I've heard some people already saying like he's like The Rock. Like his when like The Rock first came in and had those early promos and stuff like that, and it's like similar build. Both know how to dress. Both have the wrestler physique. They look like they're the it factor. And now the promos are cooking. And I didn't think Trick Williams was like this in NXT. I saw a little bit of it, of course, like when he was building up and then he started doing the rap videos and stuff like that. But this is a different level. He's hitting on a different cylinder. I don't think he's missed since he's came back, since he's came on the main roster. Like he's been cooking. Like he's gone after everybody. He said crap about Drew. He said crap about Sammy. Like he's not afraid of anybody. They're presenting him as a main event star. Like, yo, this guy's next. I don't know what the road is. He hasn't really had an official feud. But if it is against Sami Zayn, that's a good hand to put him against. And we'll see what happens with that. But it's just so awesome to see him just stand out like that. Because I was not expecting this. I was worried about how they were going to book him. But the crowd is behind him. And I think that helps a lot too. Like, where it's not going to be old NXT type thing where they just bring up somebody who was hot and then cool them off. They have continued to keep this ball rolling with Trick Williams for sure. Definitely not missing a step with Trick Williams, that's for sure. I'm trying to think because it's like it's
and
weird.
I'm glad they didn't just like bring them. I'm glad they didn't just like go the NXT route and just offer it, put him in a feud with Carmelo Hayes. Of actually like let him be a part and not even collide at the point.
Yo, my bad, guys.
Yeah, because I think
my bad, y'all. My it's just been shitty. I've been trying to switch between my hotspot and everything. Apologize, but you guys keep going. My bad.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, I thought of because I kind of want to see that Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams feud, but it's like they're kind of keeping them separate and it's working. I guess we can get into the 10-man match for some reason that they're doing randomly. Carmelo Hayes came out with Ilya Dragunov, and then the MFTs came out, and it's like all this stuff happening, and then Carmelo Hayes and Ilya kind of were hinting like, hey, we want to go after tag team gold, which would have been interesting to see this odd pairing of these guys that have been rivals in NXT, battled over the United States title, and then end up teaming up. But then it ended up being a 10-man tag. We had Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Matt Cardona. Hey, Apollo Crews and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we got an Apollo Crews side. That was like his first match on on WWE TV in like 2 years or something. Like,
Jesus.
But yeah, which is wild. But what did you guys think about MFT actually getting the challenge and then ended up getting the win and then having Tama Tonga pin Carmelo Hayes? It seems like they're high on Tama Tonga. It looks like he might be getting into the U.S. title picture.
He's been eyeing that U.S. title for a bit, and he is kind of a standout of the group. And I like that they, were even showing him and Shinsuke like, history a little bit. Obviously, from New Japan and stuff. But it was a great match. Solid. I mean, I love Solo being Solo, mocking whoever the hell is talking. I thought that part of it was was cracking.
That was gold.
So good. And
Yeah,
Yes.
ever since he's broken out. Matter of fact, ever since the end of the whole the Bloodline saga, now that he's broken out on his own, you're getting to see a lot more dimensions to his character that you didn't see before.
Yeah.
'Cause before he was just the enforcer,
Yeah.
always looking evil. Now you're starting to see the comedic chops in him, and not even just that. Because I
Yeah.
remember last year during Money in the Bank, when I think he was imitating Carmelo Hayes, or he was imitating guys in the match,
Yeah.
hitting them with the ladder, and then doing
Yeah.
like their signature poses and stuff. Like, like he's
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I thought it was great.
yeah, I thought it was great. Him just coming out and being like, he's adding to his character, not only with the comedy, but he's showing his manipulative side over the group and stuff like that, and how he's going about things, that he can be cunning and that he can be devious, and that there's a little bit more than, I guess you can say, it's evolved from the Bloodline stuff. Like, he's making it his own thing with the MFT. Even though I don't know the direction of the group, I'm glad Tama Tonga's kind of standing out and getting a little bit more shine, because in groups you always want somebody else to stand out, and it looks like Tama Tonga is that guy next to him. So it's like, that's a good thing that there's a first and second in command like that. So hopefully they can keep that going and keep building that up. But I was impressed by those guys, and actually getting a 10-man match like that, getting some guys, Carmelo, Matt Cardona, Shinsuke. First of all, let me say this as a side note. Shinsuke with the old music and the old gear, thank you.
No, we really do appreciate that. But I was just gonna say, I know it is kind of interesting that Tama Tonga is the one that's breaking out of MFT. I actually thought that JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb, would be that guy, because Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, they're already the tag team with Gorillas of Destiny. You got Tala Tonga back there with the enforcer. You would have thought that JC Mateo would be the guy that would kind of like break out and do his own singles feud. But like you guys,
You want to know why he's not breaking out? Because when you change a guy's name to JC Mateo and you take away everything that was in the indies that gave him his status and his name, and you take that away and you give him a dumbass name, it's kind of like what Jim Ross. It's kind of like what Jim Ross said about Billy Gunn in WWF. You can't have a world champion named Mr. Ass. You can't. You can't do that. So
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, no. This is just proof to everybody. Not everything that came out of the Attitude Era was great. Like, bro.
Oh man. But yeah, we got a 10-man tag. I don't know what this is gonna get to. Maybe maybe it leads to a ladder match at WrestleMania, or maybe it just leads to, because they're not putting all these guys together for no reason. Like, there's something going on here where something's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's keep moving on to the other elimination qualifier on SmackDown. We had Alexa Bliss advancing over Julia and Zelina Vega. What did you guys make of that matchup with Alexa Bliss entering the chamber?
Solid triple threat. I kind of knew that the direction was going to be Alexa. When I look at this match, I really wasn't even focused on Alexa. I was more concerned about like the other two women, because the other two women's booking have been very subpar lately. I mean, we always talk about Julia.
Consistent.
We talked about Zelina Vega's booking, which is honestly is tied to Julia, because she lost the Women's United States Championship to. I'm glad, and I know this is just a simple thing, but I remember at the Royal Rumble when Zelina Vega made her entrance, and she was still coming out to that generic ass, similar to the SmackDown theme song that she came out with, and yet she's still supposed to be this dark character. And thank God somebody back there finally realized, hey guys, she's a dark character now, so why don't we have her come out to her husband's music, right? Yeah, let's do that. I don't understand. Like, what do you? Why did it take so long to realize that? I know it's something small, but still, she's a darker character now.
It isn't like the old days where you have to have a cassette tape or a CD player. You guys have all the stuff at your disposal right there. All you have to do is click a file and hit play, and you can easily do that. It's not hard. it like when they have little mix-ups like this and stuff like that, to me, I just keep thinking in my head, it's like, it's not hard. Like, if you guys don't care about the character, then it's going to be very hard to make us care, to make your audience care, to make the paying people care about her like that. And for them to just, as you said, for somebody to finally be like, hey, let's actually, they should have made her a whole new theme, whatever the case may be, and make it dark and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. If I talk about Zelina Vega's booking anymore, I'm going to be sick.
Yeah.
I thought Julia was good in this matchup. I thought she's a good wrestler, and I don't know why they haven't highlighted that from her. Alexa Bliss picking up the win.
He's all right.
Alexa Bliss picking up the win. I think that's a good move. Getting Alexa Bliss in the chamber. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that as well. But her getting again, Alexa has been. She's kind of rejuvenated Charlotte Flair, at least as a babyface. Like, we've never seen Charlotte work as a babyface. This is the only time that she's worked as a babyface, and it's because of Alexa. That speaks to how great Alexa is and what she's doing. The other qualifying matches for SmackDown is going to be Charlotte Flair, Kiana James, and Nia Jax, which is going to be interesting to see in the least. And then we got Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Raquel Rodriguez on the Raw. So WWE doing a lot of these we don't know who's going to win type of situations for these matches heading into the chamber.
That's good.
Definitely going to be interesting. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened on SmackDown. We got Rio. Let me make a marker here. We got Rio defeating ending in a no contest between Nia Jax and Lash Legends. For that, I did my one note from this match. Nia Jax's back has to be hurting because that table was just a little too far away. And I'm like, man, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Taking that suicide dive from Io Sky into the table. They're continuing to build up the women's tag division. I hope this leads to WrestleMania. Maybe there's a tag match at Elimination Chamber that we don't know about as yet. Maybe they can do something there and kind of prolonging it until WrestleMania and getting these women into a match at WrestleMania. I would love that. I don't know what the tag teams are going to be, but hopefully they can figure out something because I don't know what they're going to do. I know if you want to throw... trying to think.
I mean, if it's the women's tag team titles, and I really, really hate to be negative here, but...
Again, Brian?
The Bellas are out there, sadly.
Why? Why would you do that?
It's happening.
They already declared not this past Raw, but the Raw before that they were going after tag team gold. And it's WrestleMania.
No shit.
It's happening. It's happening. For better or for worse, it's happening.
But for the love of God, if it's gonna happen, let it be a multi-women match. Let it be like four teams in there going at it. Don't have it be just a solo tag team match, because I will tell you, even with as good as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are, that match is not going to be good at all with the Bellas on the other side. It'll literally have to be Rhea Ripley and Io Sky carrying the both of them.
That's crazy because this is actually Dan's fault because he wanted to see Prima.
Wait a minute.
This is true.
That had nothing to do with the tag titles. Again, Ben was the one saying that.
Really?
Wait. Brian's value in the women's division on Raw, and she has credibility for Raw.
That's true. Yeah,
he was in. Get some booking ideas. That's all I did. I didn't encourage this.
Okay. You didn't have to suggest her winning the title, though. That's
triggered the whole thing, the snowball effect.
Whoa. I said if she was going to win the title, her sister would help her.
Yeah.
Yes. That did not mean to have a contract for Brie Bella to come back and wrestle. That was never.
When you think about it, that's exactly what it meant. when you mentioned her.
She only deserves per appearance.
Not for this. Not at all. But yeah, I think that's the side of SmackDown thing. So we can head to Raw real quick. Monday Night Raw. We had a shocker. Javon Evans is in the chamber. Picking up the win on Dominic Mysterio and Gunther. Dragon Lee coming out to assist those guys. Dragon Lee taking out Gunther with the ring bell. What did you guys think about that matchup and Javon Evans picking up the win?
Well, it caught me off guard because I totally forgot that about Dragon Lee and Gunther, because when I saw the match, I'm thinking, okay, this is Gunther all the way, and but I didn't think they were gonna go in the direction of Javon, and to make it better, he pinned the Intercontinental Champion, which is gonna which might mean something in the coming weeks. I know that they had Penta win the match to be the number one contender. But you can easily factor Javon in now because he pinned the champion. But it was a great showing. All three of those guys, together put together a fantastic match. I talked about it earlier with Javon Evans being this aerial sensation. Daniel had mentioned it last week with the cutter spot. Some of the spots in this match. I mean, the athleticism of this kid is just out of this world. And I say kid. I mean, he's 21 now, 22 years old. And so they got the whole future in front of him. I can only imagine what he's planning on doing in the chamber. He has been sensational since he's come up to the main roster, and we can only hope and pray that we get more performances of that nature. So it was a great showing by Javon Evans. It looks like Gunther is going to be feuding with Dragon Lee, or hell, this might be Gunther feuding with all those luchadors now.
Yeah.
There's speculation that this might lead to him and Rey Mysterio and him doing the exact same thing.
No.
To end of Rey's career.
Oh my god.
I do not
make sense,
want. They are. I've said that when he first started going after Dragon Lee because it's so random. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
we're not going to get Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio at any point with this. And I think there could be. Do I want to give away some booking ideas? Maybe. Well, yeah, why not? Thinking about it, if Gunther does go up in the match against Rey Mysterio, maybe that's a way to finally turn Dominic Mysterio babyface, and he saves his dad's career.
That would be
That actually be pretty good.
I think that's the sweet spot for them. I don't know what they're doing with the IC title.
At what cost?
I don't know what they're doing with the IC title picture and the Judgment Day, whatever's going on with that. We'll get into that in a moment. But I thought it was a good look for Javon Evans. Dominic Mysterio finally back in the ring and wrestling. Thank God. We've missed him. He's been such a good hand for them the past 2 years wrestling. Gunther looking dominant and no selling Dominic Mysterio's chop, I thought was awesome. And I just like the whole fact that Javon Evans got the win because it's a nice surprise. We know about the Kevin Nash comments. We know about the call up of Javon Evans being on a commercial break and all this stuff. And obviously WWE's hearing this stuff and actually gave him a right in the right direction, kind of on the similar of Obafemi and Trick Williams. Like, he's not just in the El Grande Americano feud and stuff like that and helping that out. He's actually elevated into his own thing. So good to see that from the young OG getting the win there. Let's head to the other qualifying match. I'm happy. Yes, Asuka's in the Elimination Chamber. defeating Bayley and Natty, the new low-key legend, the new persona of Natty. I thought it was a good match between the three. Bayley and Asuka have a ton of history from NXT and stuff like that and back in the day. Natty looked fierce in this match as well to me, showing a little bit of her aggression. Maxine Dupree came out and attacked Natty, which I think is going to continue their feud, which is good.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think about this matchup between these three women and Asuka getting into the Elimination Chamber?
Why do we keep doing this to Bayley? Why?
I will say this
to get this type of treatment.
I will say this: Bayley and Lyra, and I was thinking about Julia with this too, with her losing in the qualifying match. I feel like Lyra and Julia are now getting treated the same, where they're a good hand, but there's nothing for them, and it's kind of they're just getting lost. Bailey, who has had all this experience, all this history, they've given her this little crazy persona or whatever the case may be, and she just
They don't
puts
even
people over.
follow up on it, which is the crazy part.
Yeah,
I don't know. Because I would love to have Asuka and Bailey in the Elimination Chamber, but there's only so many spots.
yeah.
So I don't know.
See, Lewis, I don't think they followed up with it because I think it was similar to remember what Sonny was saying about mental health and professional wrestling. I'm probably thinking that's probably why they didn't follow up on it, because of the whole going crazy in her mind gimmick, and you're probably thinking about how that relates to the real world and mental health. They probably just backed off from it, which sucks because it was a great character change for her, and there was a story with her and Lyra there that was perfect, where Lyra was kind of like that peacemaker that brought out that side of Bailey, and it was a good story. So it's just so now that they cooled off on that, we're getting the same Bailey character, the same Lyra character that we were getting last year, and so. And like I said before about Bailey, Lewis, I agree. The booking of Bailey really does need to be studied, because again, as a 4-horsewoman, I said this before. You would never see Becky Lynch or Charlotte being booked this way, ever. If Sasha Banks was still in WWE, I don't even think she would even be booked this bad ever. Like I don't understand. I don't understand, because Bailey brings so much to the table. I don't understand why they don't capitalize on that.
Yeah, and she's such a natural. She does both. She can be a natural underdog or a heel, and she plays both parts so well. And it's like like I said, they put her in the stuff with Lyra. You think they're actually going to start getting some traction, and then it's like they pull the rug from under them. And it's like, back to square one. And you're like, well, you still have Bailey right here. Why are we not either one having her push Lyra or something or just something, But it's like they're still putting her in these spots where, like, okay, maybe she'll get a shot, and then it's like, nope, still more of the same.
And it's like I do like the progression of Asuka and Kairi. I do like that, because now if we have Asuka and then we have Kairi Sane in there in the chamber, then it's like, okay, now we're gonna further get that developing story and see what actually happens. With that, could she help Asuka actually win the chamber, or is she going to cost her the chamber, and then that sets up the initial breakup? So at least we're getting that story development. As for Bailey and Lyra, it's like they're not really going after the tag team titles, even though they're in the tag team division. You're not really pushing Lyra like that. You're not pushing Bailey like that. So it's like, okay, if they're heading to a tag team match at WrestleMania, I'm fine with that, because it's like, okay, that's a good spot for them right now until we figure out what we're actually going to do going forward. So I'm fine with that. And then, of course, we want Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to obviously be in the world title picture. They're talented. They should be in that picture. But it just hasn't happened yet. So until then, I guess this is the holding pattern until they actually decide to do that, which sucks, because it's like there's so much meat on the bone with Bailey and Lyra, and I feel like there's a lot more they can do with the division. And it's like, why is Bailey not challenging for the world title if we're doing these type of things, or Lyra challenging for the world title or getting an opportunity for these things? But I digress. Let's keep moving on here. We got AJ Lee and Becky Lynch promo. Both of these women, AJ Lee kind of egging the man on to hit her and kind of talk about all these people that she wants to face and all this stuff. But what did you guys think about the promo between these two?
Yeah, I'm actually glad we're talking about this because on X there was like a very polarizing response to this promo. Kind of more negative on AJ Lee's part. There's some who just feel as though like her quote unquote time has passed, and that as far as like the promos that she's cutting, that like you can definitely see slippage. And I'm just looking at it and saying she still gets reactions when she comes out. Even when she's talking, the crowd still reacts. So what exactly is the slippage that people are talking about? Because I thought the promo segment between her and Becky Lynch, I thought it was a very very decent segment. I mean Becky Lynch as a heel with the whole I'm not gonna fight you because of where we are type of thing.
Yeah, Memphis. Yeah.
Becky is a hell of a heel character, and they've been telling this story between these two for a number of months now. I like how they're really laying into the fact that this is AJ Lee's first singles match in a number of years. I like that they're focusing on that. But I thought it was a very decent promo segment between the two of them. I think nothing too crazy, nothing spectacular, but it got done when it needed to get done for the match. I think we're at the point right now we just want to see how AJ looks in a singles match after all this time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the spot was great. I mean, like you said, Brian, you're gonna get a huge response with AJ Lee now. Especially again, it's been so long since she's been back, and people want to see her as much as possible. So, she still kind of plays her old character a little bit. The whole like I'm nice, but I'll rip your face off type. So like it plays well into like Becky's character, who's like the cowardly heel. Make an excuse for every little thing that's happened to her. So, I think it's great. I wouldn't say that I would say that I've seen any slippage with AJ. I feel like she's played the role of what she wanted to do coming back perfectly. So, I think she's great.
I think she's been good, but I think people want to see a different version of AJ Lee. And it's like, at this stage, I don't think we're going to get that. You're going to get her playing her old... You're going to get her playing her old mind games and kind of trying to trick people and stuff like that. That's been who she is. I think that she's showing that she's a fighter a little bit more and wants to get into kind of like a little seeing the women version of CM Punk, right? Wanting to fight and say, hey, fight me, or I give you the first shot and stuff like that. So I think that's a nice additive to her character and stuff like that. But I think people just want to see a different version of her. And I'm like, You're not gonna get that, at least not right now with her first appearance in for like forever. So I don't think that's gonna happen.
You know what else it may be too? Because you gotta remember, she came up during an era of the divas where the women weren't being taken as seriously as they are.
Yep, she did speak on it,
and she stood out. And she stood out because of that. Especially that I remember that pipe bomb promo she cut on the Total Divas women. It really showed how much that like she was kind of like the true wrestler of the group, while the rest of them just wanted to be reality TV stars. She kind of was the foreshadowing of what we're getting in the women's division now. So now you fast forward, you see the women's division now it's being taken more seriously, and now everybody's kind of like a reflection of what she was in the Divas division. So now maybe it's not as special. That's probably what people are coming.
Yeah, and it's like she's the reason. Yeah, she's the reason for it. So it's like I don't think people should be too negative on her. Let's give her some time to get her feet wet back underneath. I think she's been good in promos. I think she's a little bit more egging on and stuff like that. So we'll see how she turns it up against Becky Lynch. I hope they do more shenanigans with Becky Lynch just losing her mind and being an asshole and getting that behind the scene. Let's move on to the Judgment Day as a whole. We'll get into the Liv Morgan thing in a minute, but the promo between CM Punk and Finn Balor kind of setting up their match for Elimination Chamber. What did you guys think about that between those two guys, of Punk basically saying to Finn Balor, who do you want to be? Like, what do you want to be remembered as? Like, and I think that he's trying to pull the best out of Finn Balor that we haven't seen for quite some time. And they kind of been alluding to with Finn saying that he's going for championships and all this stuff. What did you guys think about that?
A great promo by CM Punk, because everything he said was kind of facts. I mean, we've been talking about how we've been begging and pleading for this whole Judgment Day storyline for them to finally break up for the longest time. That way, Finn can finally break out and be that guy that we hoped when he debuted to be Universal Champion and such. We've talked about it. He's kind of been stuck in mid-card hell for damn near a decade. Never hasn't won a world title since. And if this is a way to kind of accelerate the
it's a long time.
And to finally put Finn Balor back to kind of put Finn Balor back into that babyface character. I'm all for it. I love the comments he made about Dom, and especially and JD. Guy has 2 titles, never defends it. JD's head so big he barely fit in the ring. I'm like, I don't know why. It was such a simple insult, but I don't know why it was funny to me. But I like the back and forth. I mean, CM Punk's promo ability. I mean, the man that can be in the ring doing a promo with one of us, and then he can put us over, and people want to see the match. So that's all that needs to be.
Yeah, I thought for this one that Punk definitely carried the promo, just like off the jokes and the insults, but he's great at building a narrative, and he's just like, with Finn talking about, well, like, I'm the best. I've wrestled around the world. I've wrestled here, wrestled there, these dojos, Mexico, and he's like, yeah, you probably have done all that, but it's like, what do you have to show for it? And like, what is
Just undercut him.
And it's like, we want to see that guy. We want to see that guy, but then no, we get the Judgment Day. We get this Finn. We get this watered down Finn. And after that last attack and even promo, I thought we were just gonna see straight up heel aggressive Finn. It was more like they're hinting towards this whole ditching the Judgment Day. But I'm like, do we have to make it that obvious, or just not obvious, but it's just okay, are we actually gonna do it? I guess is Punk really gonna get into his head and he's actually just gonna ditch them, or is there gonna be some other catalyst that you kind of saw a little back and forth with him and JD, but who knows which way they're actually gonna go.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do regarding them. I thought it was good for Finn giving kind of a rub to Dominic and JD there, saying he's wrestled everywhere and you find the best wrestlers and you train with the best wrestlers and stuff like that. So I thought that was a good. But Punk has been gold on this, and I think it's a good showing for Punk trying to bring the best out of Finn Balor, and I think that's what's going to happen. I hope if we're going to continue to get this Judgment Day thing that they try to help Finn win the title at Elimination Chamber. I hope they kind of help him and get involved. I have some ideas with that. I'll talk about that when we talk about our booking towards WrestleMania 42. But I thought it was a good promo, kind of setting up this feud that came out of nowhere off that match in all the UK and stuff like that. So hopefully they continue to build it. Hopefully we see some more fire from Finn before then. We only got a week left. That's next week, so we'll see what happens with that. All right. As for Liv Morgan, I'm over it. I don't want to see it anymore. I think we all thought it was a good idea that she won the Royal Rumble. I'm done. I'm out. I don't.
All right.
She's terrible. She's terrible.
Yeah, before you
She's
continue,
terrible.
Is it as bad as when she won Money in the Bank and then was world champion during those days?
You want to know what? Yes. You want to know why? Because there's expectations now. That's why. She's expected to carry a promo. She's expected to carry a program. She's expected to have good matches. It is worse.
So you're saying we're back to a teleprompter Liv Morgan, where it sounds
yes. Does she sound? Has any of her promos since Royal Rumble sound anything good? No. She sounds annoying.
So.
She's gone from robot. She's gone from robot to annoying.
Okay.
No, I can't.
Oh wait. Now you said she sounds annoying. I honestly think that's by design. That character is meant to be meant to be annoying.
That's like
the way she's being presented right now, she's meant to be annoying.
Whoa! So Lewis, you just said it. Lewis, you just said it right there. Chelsea Green is annoying, but she's entertaining. There's something to latch on there with Chelsea Green. With Liv Morgan, there's nothing. When she talks, it's like hearing the teacher scratch the chalkboard. It's terrible. It's not good. And now, let me get this. Let me get this straight. Stephanie Valkyrie interrupts her in her promo, in her interview with Michael Cole for whatever reason. Dominic Mysterio's there, and all this stuff happening, and she starts crying.
Did you see the translation of what Stephanie Valkyrie said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
I obviously understood it.
I mean, you knew exactly what she said.
Liv Morgan's whole story when she first came in was that she's from New Jersey, right? If I'm right, if she's from New Jersey and she had to work her way up and fight her way up and learn, and she was undersized and stuff like that. Why is Stephanie Valkyrie making you cry? Why do we care about that in her character at all?
Have you seen that death stare?
It was the devil's look that got her. Okay, Lewis, I got it.
Yes.
That aspect of it,
that's
Daniel,
what it was.
100% agree. I really don't understand the whole crying too. Like I said, that's why I joked when I said you guys read the translation of the promo, because you read the promo, it was just like there's nothing to cry about. All she did was just talk about her background and tell her that like I came from hell. What
is never really fought for anything.
Yeah. What is Liv Morgan upset about? That she can't speak Spanish? Is that the angle? Is that what she's up?
Yeah.
She has a Mexican boyfriend. She's wrestled in Mexico. You haven't picked up any lingo. Your tag team partners.
Be a giant ad for Duolingo.
Her tag team partners are Mexican. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. And you don't know Spanish? Is that what the angle is that you're crying for? Like, are you kidding me?
I thought that whole crying segment was gonna turn into something else. Like there was gonna be another segment with like Stephanie Valkyrie walking and would have came and attacked her or something like that. I thought it would have followed up like that.
I would rather.
Like, oh, she's actually crying. It's like.
I would rather Liv Morgan attack her with a lead pipe on some Tanya Hardin thing. She's had the ankle injury, hit her with a lead pipe or something. Add some type of angry, like, you think I'm a joke and all this stuff, and I will be like, what is this? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see her anymore. I would rather see Roxanne Perez. I would rather see Raquel Rodriguez. I would rather see Lyra. I would rather see Bayley. Anything other than Liv Morgan. I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want to see it anymore. It's bad. If anybody can, there's nothing in this whole thing that you guys can tell me that was good from her. Not from Dom, not from Stephanie Valkyrie, from Liv Morgan herself.
Damn, that's crazy. Because just a couple of weeks ago, you were just expressing excitement for when she came back and had her first match, and now here we are. Now you want to see her.
Flip the switch. Flip the switch.
It's over. I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to see her at WrestleMania. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Well,
I don't care.
We know. Okay, that's the direction they're going in with Liv and Stephanie. And the thing is, the storytelling should be simple because, like you said, Daniel, there's 3 members in the Judgment Day that are of Spanish descent. So you would think that the storytelling for it should be a lot more easier to tell from. And like I said, you got these 2 women that kind of similar backgrounds in a sense from going through hell growing up to eventually getting to this point. So you got similarities there, So you would you're asking yourself like, why they need to explain the crime. I don't know what they're gonna do this coming Monday on Raw. Now, if they do decide to do what you suggested, Daniel, and like she were to attack Stephanie, are we already past the point of return, or is it just like? Like if she would
they should have done it the same. They should have done it the same night.
They should have done it the same night. I'm done. I don't care about her going into WrestleMania. I don't care at all. I'm sorry.
Again, WWE. You also got to remember that she's not the one writing the story. It's also other people making her do all this. So as terrible as it is, I think we got to blame WWE, not her.
Lewis. If that's the case, then we need to blame. Then we should blame creative for every fucking thing that we see on the show because they get lackluster everywhere with everybody, with the exception of.
That's not true because there has to be some type of execution to the creative. So yes, the creative can be crap. We've seen people turn chicken shit into chicken gold. We've seen people turn into figured it out, or at least were something captivating where I can see where they're going or understand what they're doing. With her, I just don't care. I don't care. Like, it's terrible. Every single time she talked, when she won the Royal Rumble in that promo afterwards, I was like, what is she doing? She's just yelling incoherently. Like, what is this? There's nothing there. There's nothing. Nothing. Maybe the injury was the worst thing to happen. The injury was the worst thing to happen because now it's like there's no direction. There's nothing to her. I'm sorry. I'm let's move on. I'm pissed about that. Let's go into Penta becoming the new number one contender, beating the new El Grande Americano with the help of the original El Grande Americano. What did you guys think about that? Actually, Penta picking up the win to become a number one contenders match. Huh. Those exist.
Yeah, yeah. If it was AEW, it would have been an eliminator match where he would have had to beat the champion to get a title match.
Yeah, that too.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
I'm just glad Penta.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm glad that finally that because I remember WWE Unreal and I remember specifically with the whole when they did the whole episode about Penta, and I remember Paul Heyman specifically was talking about how great Penta is and how like they need to strike while the iron is hot and do something special with this guy. And immediately that's what I thought of when he finally became number one contender. Yeah, it's time, man. He's over with the crowd. I mean, ever since he's debuted, I don't think he's slipped up once. We finally need Penta as a mid card champion. Like he's been spectacular. It was a great match with El Grande Americano. I'm just glad that they finally finally Penta is moving in that direction right now, where finally it looks like as though he's gonna capture a mid card title. I'm just glad that they're finally moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Thank God. I couldn't agree more, Brian. Penta's been on the roster for what, a year now? He was in the Royal Rumble last year. He was in the Royal Rumble this year.
Something.
And it's like he was debuted on Netflix. He has the presentation. He's awesome in the ring. He hasn't been missing. He's been great in the ring with everybody he's worked with. It's time. I don't know if this is going to lead to an Intercontinental title. I don't know what they're doing with Dom. I hope it does because I'm not mad at a Dom Penta matchup. But yeah, Penta deserves some type of gold. It's been far too long. I don't get why they haven't done it, especially when they're looking for those type of guys like that, especially luchadors and stuff like that. I know they have Dom and stuff like that, but it's like you need other guys in the mix, and he's not an LWO type guy. When they were facing the Judgment Day, like he's above that. Like he has star potential. Like he can actually do some things.
Way above.
And the fact that he hasn't, or at least even in the tag division, I think him and his brother would have been fucking awesome in the tag division, kicking ass. And that I would have been fine if that was the original plan coming up on the main roster. But it's like, if he's going to be in a singles position, put him in some awesome matches, but put some gold on him. It's time. It's time. I don't know if it's here at WrestleMania, whatever the case may be, but it's time. Let's get that going. Let's get into the last thing on Raw here. I opened up with LA Knight and versus Division. LA Knight roasting Division. In particular, Austin Theory and Logan Paul. It's good to see Logan Paul actually speak and get out there a little bit more. It looks like he's finally getting his feet wet on that side of things. But the Usos and LA Knight ended up taking on Division in a 6-man tag. What did you guys think about that matchup? Go ahead, Brian.
Because I was laughing because you mentioned Logan Paul. Yeah, I was crying my eyes out when after the 6-man tag when he grabbed Michael Cole's headset and started talking, and then the masked man came and stomped him. I thought that was hilarious.
Like, I already think it's Grayson Waller, but.
No, it's definitely Grayson Waller now.
Really?
I can tell. If you actually like look, you can tell it's Grayson Waller. Like Yeah, just look at the body type and just try to like look past the
Who
mask.
did he
You can see
stop?
it's
Did he
Grayson Waller.
stop Logan Paul or did he stop Theory?
He
stomped
stomped Theory last week, and then he stomped Logan this week
Paul. Yeah.
at the end of the match.
Yeah. Okay.
But as for the Vision, actually getting some juice there with the run by Bronson Reed, who was very impressive in this matchup. I thought he looked good, looked dominant heading into his triple threat next week. Hopefully he's in the chamber because that would be a good opportunity for him to get some shine there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good for the Vision because the Vision's kind of been in this touch and go storyline with Adam Pearce, and it's good to see them actually pick up a win. So that's the first. That's the first thing.
All right, question.
I'll
guys,
say that.
Question. Since because we're talking about the Vision, do we think that Braun Breaker is going to be back in time for WrestleMania?
I don't know.
I
feel
will
like
say
there's still a toss up on like how serious everything is, but
what do they say? 4 to 6 weeks.
Because
He should be
rumor
back by
is
then.
that Seth Rollins is gonna be actually be ready in time for WrestleMania, and they were kind of building towards him and Braun Breaker. So if Braun Breaker can't go, do you sub somebody else in the Vision, or do you just hold off on that until Braun Breaker comes back?
I would sub somebody out. I would probably put Theory in it at least.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
Theory or Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Even though we already got those matches, because we already got him and Logan Paul as well too. So it's like I don't want to see that again.
Yeah, we got that.
At least not right now.
Yeah, we got that.
At least not right now. But it's like, what is?
And him, and him and Bronson Reed.
Yeah. So it's like they got to figure out what they're going to do. But it looks like they're pushing Bronson Reed right now, which I like because it's like Bronson has been awesome and has been kicking ass for a long time. So if he can get a mean streak going, I would love to see that. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened on Raw. Obafemi got offered a Raw contract from Adam Pearce, so that happened. Looks like there's something that potentially might happen with Rusev. Ironically, who was on Chris Van Fleet's? He had an interview with Chris Van Fleet. I believe it came out today or yesterday. I think it came out today or yesterday. But hopefully Rusev can get back on track as well. So we'll see what happens with that with the contract
Rusev
sign.
have some fucking matches, bro.
I did hear on the podcast they said if you're on podcasts, pay attention because they're going to push those guys. Finn Balor has been pushed. Chelsea Green was getting a little pushed there. Stephanie Vaquer has been pushed. Fucking hopefully Rusev gets back on the mean streak and gets in something. But if they're just going to feed him to Obafemi, I don't know if I want that, especially with the booking that they have.
That's what I'm afraid of, though. That's literally what I was thinking when I saw those two. I'm like, the first victim. Here it is.
Yeah, and it's like, why didn't they build? This is the issue. This is the issue with WWE. I think he's been on Main Event or something like that. But why not continue to book him strong? There's enough talent on the roster where you can feed somebody to him. So at least when he does go up against Obafemi, it's like, okay, this is a challenge between these two guys. We know you booked Rusev to lose to him, but to just do it so cold doesn't really feel right. So that's the...
Or at least get a good couple back with them.
No, but we gotta get Liv Morgan crying backstage. That's more compelling than building out the overall roster.
Her feelings were hurt. All right.
Again, if the storyline is that she picked Stephanie Vaquer because she doesn't know Spanish, I'ma be pissed.
She was emotionally invested in Stephanie's story because she kind of could relate to hers, and I guess that made her emotional inside. That's what happened. It was the connection of the stories. That's what did it.
Reaching for strings.
I would rather just see Stephanie and Raquel just kill each other and just go after each other again. I would rather see that, but oh my god!
You mentioned Roxanne Perez. I like Stephanie and Roxanne when they went one-on-one at NXT. That was a great match. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
It's right there. All this booking that they're doing, all this stupid ass booking with Nikki Bella and wasting time. I said it during that time. I said I would rather see her face Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez until Liv Morgan came back. Why is this so hard?
Actually,
All right.
that's actually a good segue.
Yes, it is the perfect segue. Let's get into it. We've been talking about this whole episode. We're at the halfway mark here. We're getting into WrestleMania 42. And there's literally only one match on the card. We know about Roman Reigns facing CM Punk, which we'll get into in a moment, which I think we should start. We know about Liv Morgan going there as well. We got the Elimination Chamber coming up, but no match is set in stone besides CM Punk and Roman Reigns. But what did you guys, if you could book, I guess we'll just go through the titles. If you could book the WWE title matchup heading into WrestleMania, how would you guys book it? Is there anything that you guys would want to change, add, or anything with this, or is this just perfect?
All right, because
I mean, there's plenty to add.
we said the WWE title, right? Not the World Heavyweight title. You said WWE title.
Yes, the WWE. Oh, my bad. The World Heavyweight title. My bad. Let's start with that first.
Yeah, like Lewis just said, don't change a damn thing. That's fine. That the promo segment they just have just pretty much proved it. So don't do anything.
I would change Roman Reigns showing up more. I would book the Judgment Day trying to help Finn Balor win the title at Elimination Chamber, and then Roman Reigns come out and like help CM Punk. Like, no, like I'm gonna be the guy to beat you. And there's like this Z-Bros buddying thing where they go up against the Judgment Day until WrestleMania. And they go up until WrestleMania and then they turn on each other or whatever the case may be, just to keep that going, just to keep Finn Balor involved in that title picture, at least the main event scene, at least until we figure out what the hell they're doing with the Judgment Day. I think that would give them something to sink their teeth into. Since there's nothing that will change, that's the only thing I would have there. Let's go into the world's. We can just stay on Raw. We can go into the women's world title picture. What would you got? I know I had my Liv Morgan rant a little while ago, but what would you do with the world title? Is it everything? It's looking like Stephanie versus Liv, but what would you guys book in that sense?
Go ahead, Lewis.
I'd keep it. Liv, Stephanie back here, but in the match, but I'm gonna say Raquel cost her the title.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If I could change anything right now, based upon Daniel's rant, I definitely would find a way to incorporate Roxanne or Raquel more into this story, because like Daniel said, the Liv crying, I guess apparently has the kind of thrown the story for a loop. Because I know I was just joking saying that the connection of their stories, but regardless, based upon everything that she said, that is no reason to be crying at your opponent. Whatever the case may be, like they have to figure out a way to make this personal now, because right now it just seems like a joke. Like I think that's what Daniel was trying to express earlier. Because right now this is a WrestleMania feud for the top women's title. And we got the challenger over his cool. We got the challenger crying about the story of the champion. Like we need to do something to make this
again. I'm telling you, that's not why she was crying. She was crying because she doesn't know Spanish. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Makes sense. But think of how ridiculous that is, though.
I know.
I swear to God, that's it. If we're going to book, this is what I would do. Have Liv Morgan enraged. If anything, that should be it. The tears should be enragement. It should be anger towards Stephanie Vacure. It should be a jealousy thinking that she's the new hot shit. She should be bossing Roxanne or Raquel to beat up Stephanie Vacure along the way till WrestleMania. Basically bullying Raquel to a point where Raquel's kind of thinking like, yo, I went toe-to-toe with her. I want another rematch against her. You're bossing me to do your dirty work, and kind of have that Diesel Shawn Michaels component where, again, like Raquel cost her at WrestleMania 42. That's what I would do. Then we can actually get a breakup between those two. I don't know if we want to push Raquel with Roxanne to be a tag team or whatever the case may be, but something has to happen where that happens, where that something has to break on both sides, from the Finn Balor perspective and Dominic, and from the Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Something has to happen. Like we can't keep
Yeah.
just doing this holding pattern until you guys figure out what the hell you guys want to do. Like, enough is enough. But that's what I would do into WrestleMania 42, because I don't want Liv. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's funny because like from that whole match that Raquel and Stephanie had, you easily have the component where she was like, "Oh, I don't want you guys to come out and help me," and then they did and kind of screwed her. But then they haven't like touched on it, or like she's just been cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that's still like a underlying motive that she'll just be like, "Oh, you think you're just gonna get the title now? No, like I'm gonna cost you," and then that's just like the big ripple effect.
Yeah. Like, something has to happen there where that happens. Please, like, something has to happen. All right, let's keep moving on to Dominic Mysterio. WWE Intercontinental title has kind of been in a holding pattern. I know a lot of people are pointing to him and Finn Balor at WrestleMania. What are you guys thinking for the IC title? What would you guys do with the IC title?
Well, see, initially, when I was thinking about the title, I was thinking maybe you could do a fatal four-way with Finn, Javon, and Penta, but they already did that last year at WrestleMania. I was actually there. I was there to see it, the kind of with the fatal four-way. The best story is for them to do Dom and Finn, and I would have Finn go back to being the demon persona in that match.
Against Dominic Mysterio?
No. Yeah, but in this case, I think it could make sense because of being betrayed by the Judgment Day. Like, I actually want Dom and the rest of the Judgment Day to cost Finn the title, and that pain and that frustration forces Finn. He doesn't really need the demon against Dominic Mysterio, but it kind of forces him because he wants to destroy everybody that betrayed him, and the demon brings that out of him. That's why I want him to go back to that. Plus, everyone's been clamoring for Finn to be the demon again. He hasn't been the demon in so long, and we would love to see it on a big stage at WrestleMania. And then afterwards, you can keep the story going, because then Dom can easily just say, "Yeah, you beat me because you were the demon. You can't beat me straight up as just regular Finn Balor," and that's how you keep the story going. So I definitely think that they should go in that direction, because it's the best story, and then you can literally have Penta challenge, because for a future IC title match, you can literally just have, I guess, Penta challenge whoever the winner may be, but I do think that Dom and Finn is the best story. It's the story I want to see, because I'm tired. Like we said before, we're all tired of the fucking Judgment Day. We just want the breakup to happen.
Has Finn won the IC title?
He has.
Yes.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, and that's my only thing. Is like, yes, Finn Dom makes sense for like breaking up the Judgment Day, but like, does this kind of diminish Finn going right from the world title and just being dropped right back into the IC title?
Yes.
I was actually thinking of a
Yes.
different route. Exactly, and it sucks because like I don't want to keep him off of Mania. If anything, I would probably throw him in that match with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. So, because you can still continue it and keep him there. I don't know. I know everybody's gonna want, yes, but I think it would do wonders for Finn, because for me the IC title, I think you could probably do a triple threat. Initially, I was gonna say one-on-one. I was gonna say actually Dom versus El Grande Americano, the original one, not the new one. That way, Chad
should have
Gable can
happened so
finally
long
get his
ago.
IC title.
Yeah.
I know it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I could also see that like you could have the whole mask versus mask Grande Americano thing.
That's happening.
But I'd rather see him go for a title.
I think we're all in agreement that we want the El Grande Americano original and new, to face each other in a mass versus mass match at WrestleMania. I think we all want that.
Yeah, only from the standpoint, like you said, only from the standpoint though of we're tired of this damn the mask gimmick. Because again, I'm always gonna bring it up. I'm still upset that Pete Dunne and fucking Tyler Bate are being relegated to this. I hope that the stipulation, if they do mask versus mask, I hope it includes those two as well. Because the fact that again we have 3 Europeans portraying Mexican luchadors. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable to me.
Man, we should get something like that. I think as well. For me, what I would do with the IC title, I think we're long enough in the tooth here that Dom doesn't need the title against Finn Balor. I think that should be its own standalone match at WrestleMania and just have them feud for the Judgment Day or something like that. Or like, hey, this is I'm the lead. Have Finn Balor lose the title opportunity at Elimination Chamber. Have Dom lose the IC title, and then both those guys are just so sick of each other because they each don't have the title, and they just pissed at each like, hey, yo, one of us got to get out of here. Like, enough is enough. Like, we're not backing each other. We're not brothers. We're not family. Like, this is enough. Like, I'm sick of you. You're sick of me. That should be the match at WrestleMania for those two. As for the IC title, what I would do, give Penta that win, give him the IC title, have him head into WrestleMania, and then, of course, whatever's happening with the Vision or something like that, my idea is have him face Logan Paul and have Penta first Logan Paul at WrestleMania 42. And number one, I'm just going to say this right now. Penta gets the win. I don't want the IC title on Logan Paul, but Logan Paul can just be like, yo, I want some gold. I want to go after somebody and have that happen.
Exactly.
Something has to happen.
Exactly.
Like, and wait. I'm not done yet. Wait. This can actually help when the Vision, Austin Theory, maybe Bronson Reed are trying to help Logan Paul win the title. That's when we get Rey Fenix and we get the Penta Bros together.
Finally.
And we get that.
Lucha Bros.
The Lucha Bros. That's what we need. That's what we need. We don't care about the brand split or the draft anymore. Just get Rey Fenix and Penta together. And he's helping his brother with the IC title until they challenge for the tag title. Maybe the Vision cost them the tag titles. Maybe they cost Penta the Intercontinental title. Maybe the Vision gained the tag team titles during that time. And then you get the Lucha Bros versus the Vision. Something. I need something with that. But I would have Penta versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania 42. That's what I would do for the IC title. Let's keep moving on. We got Becky Lynch with the IC title, women's IC title. What are you guys thinking about that? I think we can be in all in agreement that's probably going to lead to her versus AJ Lee at WrestleMania 42. I think they're going to run it back.
See, because I've been saying for the longest time that I honestly felt like, that the women's IC title wasn't needed in this feud between the two of them.
It's not.
They already got the star power, and they've already been telling the story for a number of months, and it's already personal enough with the women's IC title.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's good. Yes, I would do that. What was it? Hold on one second. I'm having a brain fart. But yes, I would have Becky Lynch cheat at Elimination Chamber to defeat AJ Lee, hook her by crook, and kind of just be like, yo, I defeated you. I don't need to face you again. There's no reason I need to face you. Ding, 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 ding. And then that's the catalyst for Natty. Natty wins a number one contenders match or something like that against Ivy Nile or Lyra or whoever you want to pick. Then she defeats Becky Lynch with the help of AJ Lee. That pisses off Becky Lynch. And then AJ Lee and Becky Lynch have like a Las Vegas sudden death match or something like that. They're in Vegas. They're in Vegas to do that matchup. And then for the women's IC title, we can have Maxine Dupree versus Becky Natty. And number one, Natty winning that title, I think is awesome. I think she should win that. If there's anything that she should win, it should be that title, especially as this persona right now. I think that should be. That was a good idea, Brian. That was a good idea. I didn't think of that, but yeah, she should. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch don't need the title. That needs to be given to Natty, Maxine, and give them something, especially if we're heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, that would elevate both of them, like for real.
Yes, for sure.
I'm not too happy with this whole Natty present, and it's not the presentation. It's more just just how they brought it out. You know, it was kind of like just, oh, here it is, and you're like, okay, cool. You know, like it should have been built up way more. Yeah.
Oh man, Maxine did attack her on Monday Night Raw, so there was that. So at least we saw some fire from Maxine. Yeah. But it's like Natty should have been ruthless in tearing Maxine's leg apart, where we don't know if Maxine's going to return. That should have been the angle. Damn it, WWE, why don't you just? It's right there. It's right there. There should have been something where she basically messes up. Should have kind of drawback, kind of like Triple H versus Owen Hart at WrestleMania 98, WrestleMania 14, where they kind of she takes out Maxine's leg, and we don't know if Maxine's health status. And then Natty with the IC titles looking for a challenger, and then Maxine returns. And that sets up the match at WrestleMania 42. Something like that. God damn it, WWE. It's right there. It's right there. Oh man, we can book this stuff. I'm telling you, like
Kevin Nash in the wheelchair.
Classic late WCW.
I can stand.
Classic late WCW shenanigans. Oh my god. Let's get into the World Tag Team Championships on Raw. The Usos are the current champions right now. What would you guys book here? I've been kind of just do a tag team turmoil match. Just have the Creed brothers finally get a tag team shot. The New Day. I'm trying to think of it. Otis and Tozawa have fired up themselves. I'm fine with that. Yes.
It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
It's us, Oos. But yeah, I really like
remix.
I really like that idea. Have a tag team turmoil match. Give the Creed brothers that shine. Have the Usos be like, "Who are you guys?" And then the Creed brothers be like, "Yeah." But the thing is, that's the problem, is that the Creed brothers just don't have. Yeah, so
they have picked up no wins.
A safe bet for me would be the New Day. That would just be my New Day Usos running back. Yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
See, I'd go the surprise route just because I really don't want to see New Day in this form be champs again. I'd rather give me a surprise win like Tozawa and Otis. Um,
yep.
give give them a nice little run. But at the same time, Creed Brothers they need something. They need, and I don't know if they need to do something where Chad Gable just comes out as Chad Gable and inspires them or something, but they need something.
Maybe that can be an angle.
I mean,
Like
you're
he
not
makes
even
them baby
factoring in the
faces.
damn Viking Raiders anymore.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the women's tag team division. WWE has booked it in the shitter. I don't even know.
Yeah, to the pooper.
I guess we can just mix this together with the tag team division. I don't know what you do with the MFTs on the other side. It's right there. Wait. Let me say this. For the SmackDown side, it's right there. You had the blueprint. You had Axiom. You had the Motor City Machine Guns. And you had the Street Profits all right there with the awesome ladder match free on TV.
Yeah, they went to the upside down.
I
Yeah,
don't.
and they've stacked up the women's tag team division too, which is crazy. It's like, so why are we not one giving these tag teams more time to compete, or just like build feuds, and we're just not doing any of that. I know we
Yeah, it's
haven't
right
even
there.
seen Motor City Machine Gun in what, forever?
They were. I think they were. I think they were on main event. One.
Yeah,
Is
yeah, for
he
sure.
all elite?
Of course. Mm. But does he take Candace with him?
He has to. Yeah, they're appearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna put him in a makeshift tag
Yeah.
team. I feel like they're gonna put Johnny Gargano in a makeshift tag team. Maybe it's Apollo Cruz. Maybe it's Matt
Mm.
Cardona. And Matt Cardona just
That's a
tries to
good.
hype him up and stuff like that. And I don't know because that would be. I don't know. But it's right there, SmackDown. Motor City Machine Gun Street Profits right there. Have Uncle Howdy cost the MFTs the tag titles to the Motor City Machine Guns, and then have a ladder match or something. I don't know. The women's tag team division.
Mm.
I think we're kind of just like Charlotte, Alexa, Lash, Naya versus Rio or something like that. Which is wild to me because it's like Rhea and Io have been in the main events of WrestleMania for the past couple years, and now all of a sudden they're potentially not going to be.
Mm.
It's very interesting. Um, I don't know how you book this. But I think that's the have a fatal four way tag match or something like that at WrestleMania. I think that's the best bet. You've been trying to showcase these women,
Yeah.
Lyra Bailey, put them in there. You've been trying to figure out something. No.
That actually looks.
Damn, they don't got. I'm trying to think because there's. I don't think there's a Saturday night's main event before then, and I'm just like, just put one there so the Bellas can get that tag opportunity and lose, so they don't have to be at WrestleMania 42. Oh my God, it's probably gonna be the Bellas, but yeah. All right. Let's keep moving on here. What's next? Let's go with the WWE United States Championship. Let's go with that. Julia currently the champion right now. I'm gonna go with what Brian said earlier. I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace versus Julia, and everyone's gonna get behind Jordan Grace, and maybe that's where you give her a title, first title.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think so because I feel like you need a match that's just going to be a match at WrestleMania because we usually get those. Um, and right now, Chelsea Green is out. Zelina Vega's cold. B-Fab, Meechin are hurt. It's kind of by what you got left. And yeah, it's kind of by default. I can't think. Hold on, let me see here because I have the rosters up. Unless you're bringing somebody else up, I don't think they're going to do that. I think you can, maybe if they do an open challenge or something like that, and they have Kiana James being like, "We're gonna do an open challenge," and Julia's like, "I don't want to do an open challenge," and then maybe it's Sol Ruka who you call up to challenge for the title or something like that.
Mm.
I'm trying to think who's on the women's side of SmackDown because we're running out of people.
Yeah, it would be.
Because I don't know, I know Sol Ruka's gonna face JC Jane for the NXT Women's Title, and I don't know if they're gonna call up Sol Ruka, but they did have her at Saturday night's main event, and it looks like that's the obvious choice that they're going with.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it can just be a one off.
He's
I
definitely
don't
red
know.
hot right now too.
But yeah, I like the idea of Jordan Grace versus Julia because I think it would be a good stepping stone for Jordan Grace. But I don't know. Let's go with that. Let's go keep it in the mid card. Let's go with the WWE United States Men's Title held by Carmelo Hayes at this point in time. I think we stated earlier we don't necessarily want Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes as yet. Maybe save that for SummerSlam. Hmm. 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 I don't know if I want Nakamura in a ladder match. At this stage of his career, I don't know if I want him in a ladder match. And then
Um,
Apollo Apollo Crews from nothing to get into a ladder match at WrestleMania. I'm for it. I'm for it.
No.
Oh man.
Is he
I,
though? My
ironically,
God.
Trick Williams was one of his generals in during that time. So crazy how that is. But
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
and I wasn't even my original self. I was. Oh my god, I gotta look back at at his run because he had some crazy matches, right? It wasn't a flag match. What was it? I can't remember.
Oh my God, the big ass staff thing. Yep.
God, that was so terrible. Sorry, Apollo Crews. Hopefully, we never bring that up again. Shit.
Yeah.
Let's get to the WWE Women's Championship. Bianca Belair just had surgery, so she's not going. Apparently, she's not going to be available, which really sucks. Um,
No,
I'm hearing.
she's pulling a
Did
Seth
she?
Rollins
I'm
and
hearing that she
saying
got
she's
the.
getting served.
I heard that she got the first surgery and it didn't go well and it wasn't healing, so then she got a second surgery. So I'm like, I hope that was just a procedure. But with her getting it's like a week out before the chamber. I don't see her another way getting into that matchup. So, mhm. Mhm. Whoa, 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 whoa! Now wait a minute. Can we actually get an actual match between those two that's actually going to hold up? Mhm.
I don't think so.
Because they wrestled at SummerSlam. Let's say that they're presenting her. They're presenting her as a babyface. So I don't think you can make her a heel.
Clearly not one.
Yeah, I don't think you can make her a heel with
Yeah.
Jade. I don't think. I don't think. I don't think. I don't think you can have a person saying "I'm the bitch," "I'm that bitch" as a babyface. I don't think that's how that works. I don't. It didn't work for Jazz back in the
What, that
day.
doesn't work? That doesn't sound classy?
It didn't work for Jazz back in the day. I don't think it's going to work for Jade as a babyface. I don't think that's going to work. Who's on there? Alexa Bliss.
Everybody's just in the tag team title
Some
division.
people have suggested that she pulls a double header. She defends the tag titles and defends the. She goes after the WWE Championship, and she's just tired, and
If
that's
she
how
wins
Jade
the
wins.
chamber.
And that's how Jade wins. She just defeats her. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I don't know.
It's not
I don't
terrible.
know. Oh man, I don't know. Damn, what would I do? Hey, Rhea Ripley's one of the best. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Would I just do Charlotte versus Jade?
Do we really want to see that again?
Did we ever get that? We didn't get that as yet. We didn't get Charlotte versus.
No.
We got in stare downs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know about that because she's been paired up with Alexa. No one is Jade favorable right now. I think it would because then you can just have Jade attack Alexa Bliss, take her out, put her down, and then have that will be the catalyst for Charlotte being like, "Yo, what the hell? That's my friend." You know, in a WWE storyline where they're actually friends, rather than just saying it week to week.
What Alexa comes back to get revenge afterwards, basically.
You wanna,
Brian's just really trying to take him out.
you wanna know what you can do? It's been a long time since they had a faction. Jade needs a faction, and
Yeah, she
put
does.
put Nia Jax and Lash Legend next to her, and they just reign terror over SmackDown.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, and then
The towering
have
all ladies.
have have them take out Alexa. Charlotte's going up against them all. She loses at WrestleMania, and then whenever Bianca Belair comes back,
Mm.
she has to go through Lash. She has to
She
go
has to
through
go
Nia,
through.
and then she
Yeah.
eventually gets to
Yeah.
Jade. And that's how you set that up. That's how
Yeah.
I would probably do it.
Mm.
Damn. Trying to think. Yeah, that was probably how I'd do it. We as I've been saying for a long time, there needs to be a faction. I know Liv Morgan's on Judgment Day. I want the Judgment Day to stop. We need something different. I don't know what you would call Jade, Lash, and Naya. I don't think you can market it. As I said, I've always wanted Bianca and Jade to be heels and then just call them the two woman power trip. I've always wanted that, but Bianca's never turning heel.
Mm.
But yeah, that's how you would return with Bianca Belair. WWE, if you're listening, just do that. Because that way Jade wouldn't have to carry everything by herself. Everyone already hates Nia. Lash is impressive. She's the newcomer. Do something like that.
Yeah.
That would be the idea. Let's get into the final one, the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre is the champion right now. It looks like the Elimination Chamber winner will have the chance to face him. Up still? Do I have it up still? Yes, I do. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans. And then we got Carmelo Hayes, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, the original Grande Americano as potential challengers. It's a lot of guys. But what would you do with the WWE Championship?
Mm.
I would want Drew
It
to
would
win.
help him if he was just stay like kind of heelish
Hmm
or just
I would
aggressively heelish.
I would want Drew to win that matchup because he got robbed of it at the pandemic. He got robbed of it with the cash in. I would love for him to just cement himself as a main eventer. Like, yes, like there's a crowd. I'm gonna, yeah. I just want him to have that moment. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would have Cody win the chamber, and then have Jacob just attack both of them, and then have Nick Aldis be like, "You want to know what? It's getting so outrageous, it's getting crazy," and be like, "I'm going to suspend Jacob Fatu," and then have Cody and Drew be so, or Cody mainly, because Cody's kind of been headstrong lately, and be like, "Nah, I want him in the match. Like, nah, like put him in the match too. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll take both of them
yeah.
out," and just have it be like that. I think that's what I would do. That's good. That's good booking. WWE, if you're listening, we're available. If you need three guys in the creative, we're available. We can book this on the fly. Doesn't matter. We'll find a way to do it.
Got ideas for days.
Why do we have to kill Jesse
Hey, he
James? We
brought
don't.
back truth. All right. Yeah.
Why does everybody keep killing Road Dogg? We understand it happened. This is what you feared, Brian. That those were going to put names to the ideas, and that damn, damn, damn. Oh man, but that was our booking ideas for WrestleMania 42, covering Raw and SmackDown as well. If you guys have any booking ideas, put them down in the comments. Let us know. As always, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Ring Takes. And follow us on YouTube at the Soapbox Network. We're picking it up next week as we head into our Elimination Chamber picks. We're here. We should have all the participants and matches for that heading into here. We're going to be joined by Sonny the Man Eagle Kane from Wrestling Spotlight. We also went on Wrestling Spotlight last week, kind of coming out the Royal Rumble and giving ideas for that as well. So check that out with Gerald Bentley and Sonny Kane at Wrestling Spotlight. And check out, he actually had the interview with Nixie SX. Check that out. I'm pleased. She's an upcoming wrestler, has been doing some things down there in Fountain City Wrestling and in Memphis and stuff like that. So please check that out. The Versace of Violence as well. Check that out as Wrestling Spotlight. For us, we're going to pick it back up next week as we make our picks for Elimination Chamber. Remember to always kick out on two, and until next time.